God has spoken to me, and I need to share a lot, really. First of all, like Brother Jeff said, I have been through a lot, and I want to talk about being under slavery, under bondage, listening to a liar and a deceiver way too many times for way too long. Probably going to go back here about 2 years from today when I was at my lowest, I was at my darkest, I was drinking heavily every day, I was hiding from God, and I knew it was wrong, I was guilty, I was shameful, it was awful, and I would drink to forget about that, to try to get away from that, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse, till finally I got to such a low point, and the devil was literally trying to take my life, and that's how I felt. I was literally trying to drink myself to death. I wanted to die, and I remember the night that I was laying there in bed, and I can't remember why, but I didn't have anything to drink that day or that night, and I was laying there in bed, and it was just awful. I mean, withdrawals kicked in. It was a living nightmare. And I felt like I was dying. And right then and there, I just felt so much peace and so much love. I felt Jesus just wrap his arms around me, take control, and call me back home. He was there the whole time. I mean, literally, he was there the whole time. Christ just only a breath away. And why I didn't reach out and take that hand that he was holding out for me before that, I don't know, but I did it that night. I came back to Christ where I belong. And I hit my knees. I never prayed that hard. I had a rough week, right then and there, not a drop, nothing. And I was like, my life just totally changed. I dove into the Word, I dove into prayer. I was in between jobs at the time. A few weeks went by, I was doing good, I was doing better. The Lord really was working on me hard. And I was looking for work, I stumbled through Facebook, found an ad, responded to it, and sure enough, I got a message back. It was Brother Jeff. All that prayer, I mean, an answer to a prayer. All I was doing was looking for a job. And I found a friend and a pastor, and one of the greatest men of God I've ever met. And that's the Lord right there, just working in my life. And I mean, I found a job, I found a pastor, I found a church, I found a family that I cannot replace. And it's been the most beautiful thing that I have ever experienced. And it was going good for about 8 months, I would guess. And I slipped, and I fell. And I took a drink again. And I ended up in jail. But I felt like giving up again. But the fact that I met Brother Jeff, the fact that I was going to church, it didn't last. God was right there, it did not last. And I was not going to let the devil steal that joy again. I messed up. I realized that, and I paid the consequences for it. I spent 4 months in jail. But I didn't give up. I just kept going. I wasn't going to let the devil steal that joy. And while I was there, the Lord just used that situation to just open more doors, open my eyes, open my heart, and I just dove into the Word like I never had before. I mean, I had plenty of time to do it. So, I mean, I got so close to God, and I think the Lord had to plan that way. I mean, I needed that. I wouldn't take it back for nothing. It was not fun. I don't want to do it again, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. I got to witness to a few people there. It was just one or two at first, but excuse me, after about a week or two, I got started doing a prayer call every night before we got locked down. And 2 turned into 5, turned into 10, turned into half the pod by the time it was all said and done. And it was just so amazing the way God just worked. And it was actually hard to leave. As weird as that sounds, it was hard to leave. There was people that didn't want me to leave. But I had to go. I had to go back home. Jeff and the mercy, the grace of God is just awesome. And I had to go home back to church. That's the reason I'm here tonight. God is so good. God is so awesome. And God is calling so many people to Him. He's reaching that hand out. All you got to do is take it. All you got to do is take it. That's about all I got.